Well, first of all, in recent years, these constitutional amendments have passed by fewer and fewer votes. The margins of victory have been smaller, and as we saw in Arizona, that failed entirely. So I think, first of all, California is part of that trend where people in general are getting more comfortable with the idea, so there'll be less support. But also, Californians in general tend to know more gay and lesbian people, and when you know someone gay or lesbian, it makes you more supportive of the idea. So I think it's just California is, by definition, a different beast than, say, Iowa. Log cabin, first of all, we brought to the table Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger, and as we saw 30 years ago, when then Governor Ronald Reagan opposed the Briggs Initiative, which would have fired teachers just for being gay, that swayed a good number of Republican voters and the general public to vote against that measure. So first of all, like Ronald Reagan, Governor Schwarzenegger is coming to the front saying, no, this is wrong. But then also, polling has shown that there are certain segments of Republicans who are open to the argument, who have that libertarian streak, who aren't necessarily ready for marriage, but aren't ready to, as I say, end the discussion and don't want to, amend the Constitution. That goes a little too far for some of these people. So because we know how to talk to Republicans, we're going to be focusing on those Republicans to have those around the kitchen table and town hall meeting discussions. Down the road, we think people will be ready for marriage, and that will just cause us to have to undo this, like prohibition. Prohibition was a case that passed, and then people went, no, this is stupid, and then they had to go through the process of undoing it. We're just saying, don't close the door while the conversation is still happening, because we believe in the fundamental fairness of the people of California. I think the proponents of this measure are afraid, and that's what's sad, is they don't realize that, change can be a good thing, and that actually the idea of same-sex marriage or the freedom to marry is actually a very conservative idea. It's ironic that the gay community's agenda is, strong marriages, raising children, and serving in the military. Well, that's the Republican Party agenda. And what the gay community is saying is that they want to be part of the Republican agenda, and Republicans, older Republicans especially, are afraid of that kind of change. And as I tell people, it's not that conservatives don't get there eventually, it's just they want to make sure that in these big changes, we don't lose the best of our values and traditions. And strong marriage is part of the Republican values and traditions, and gays and lesbians just want to be part of it.